What's up, everybody? Loving it. The crowd gathering for the fiercest show in MLB absolutely anywhere. Welcome to Sparta. It's called to the Pen HQ. With me, John Laghezza, Mr. Cooper. Tip of the phalanx. Welcome aboard Tyler C., Brian Rose, OPMG, Matt Williams, my Jersey boss, me consigliere, D-Rock, Taco Core, what's going on? Fire Sports Insight, Jeff LPO, DJ Stoner, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Love it. Thank you so much taking your time out to be a part of this thing that we're doing here. This kind of immersive baseball betting experience with maybe a laugh or two with your boy at John Laghezza, the big man, Cone, Big Mouth, Cone, Big Apple. Well, no, from Big Apple. You know what they call the big man in France? The big man. Le homme grand. Let's get it, everybody. Follow me on Twitter any time of day, any day of the week. Pinned tweet will take you to Sharpener, get you to a Google Doc, and you can follow along all this really cool formatted data we've got going on. Or if you just want to jump into chat with the crazy people. I mean, man, the most plus EV chat in the game. That's right, Matt. We were live in 5. It's Plinko and Cinco, baby. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm coming off the rails, right? A lot of baseball shows have been losing steam. I'm like, get out of here. We are just getting going. Fastest show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. Rate, review, and subscribe. Audio people, the 5-star review is the compliment, the tutti compliment. Right? I don't have to hide the mug anymore. Someone called me after the Ninja Turtles. Man, what am I going to do? My son picked it out, yo. We love that stuff. Anyway, original animation, 80s retro stuff to the front of the line. Kind of a mixed-up slate today. We know the deal. Can we get to, how about 15 likes? Come on, we set the bar nice and low. Hopefully we get it early. Smash the like button because it matters more than it should. No one cares how handsome I am. No one cares how compelling our arguments may be. No one cares if there's like 100,000 worth, followers, worth of Twitter followers, I should say, in the comment section. All types of handicappers and content creators and the like. The restaurant where the chefs eat, not for nothing. Let's do it. So I want to start with the PM stuff. We get to 15 likes, we'll do like a parlay. Man, we had a couple of these already this year. Yeah, hammering the laughs over. Jeff L., that's what it's all about, right? We're doing this every day, and I feel like the work is very serious, and that's what I think I appreciate about the people that have gravitated, again, to our 300, this Spartan thing of ours, right? We may not be tremendous, but it's fierce. It's plus EV, but it's a good attitude, right? It's hard. It's very hard and serious work that we do. There's a lot of math. But we're having a really good time doing it. Wins and losses alike. So, yeah, you're right. Exactly, OPMG. Bring in them. But you got to have the energy. Remember, we don't throw the ball. We don't swing the bat. Right? What we do control is our attitude and our work ethic and then our risk management. How we handle the losses. I'm kind of getting it going again, and that's what happens, right? That's part of it. I felt really good about that mini slate the other day. Threw 2 bullets in DFS and came down with 2 bigs. Big. So, you just got to stick with it and just stay within yourself, right? I don't say when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck. And that goes either way. Bad luck included, right? You work this hard. We know we've had success doing this. So you got to just kind of stick with it, right? Getting walked off, it happens sometimes. It's the bell curve. All right, enough of that. More of this. Nuance and context pouring out the nose when you hang with us. Me and you, the Call to the Pen crew. So first up, it's the Jesus Lizard from Miami and those pesky Marlins going to Boston to face Brian Bellissimo. Minus 110 on both sides. I'm not going to bury the lead. These are 2 of my favorite young pitchers. Fire Sports, I see the quarterback says, baseball's so random. Yes, it is. Wink. But that doesn't mean we don't love the analysis and the challenge, right? And that part's the truth. And that's why the risk management is so important. What you need to make sure most important is, that you're not getting creamed in the market. And again, best lesson I have for anybody ever for gambling, trading. I've done all this stuff and at high levels and professionally, like for a fact. If you're struggling with losses, pull the plug, but not in the game. Continue to bet, but just pull the plug in the live money. Do it on paper, do it through a demo. The plane agrees. Right? They say that's good luck. Make profit for 30 days, 60 days, then jump back into the live market. Oh, let's go back into the games. The reason that, Rob has me here, right? Make sure you tag Rob Pizzola, our Kane Amp connection. See, I'm under on this one. Again, I don't want to bury the lead. I want to make sure for all the talking I'm doing, I get to the meat and potatoes here. Matt's irrationally excited to watch this game. Yeah, me too. And that's okay also to really enjoy it. These are two of the guys I really love to bet on. I really love to bet on them F5. And remember, when I say under, Jay, we're always thinking about F5. That's kind of been my thing. When I'm going under, it's starting pitcher based. And I want to go under. When I'm going over, I have been leaning towards the full game. Yes, you can get stung in either direction, but that's been me. And that's at least as a rational mathematical validation for it, right? So that's kind of what I'm going to do. Stick with it just to be objective, so I'm not getting whipsawed. So yeah, we're definitely under 4.5 here for sure. Jesus Lizard has been awesome. 3.77 ERA, 119 whip, but I think he's really been better than that, right? 21.5 K minus BB, 14 swinging strikes, CSW north of 30. Those are all incredible. 31 whiff, 35 O swing, and he's winning in, he's winning out. He's really doing everything that you want. The fly ball rate, I should say, is high. But as long as it carries that double-digit infield fly and a nearly single-digit home run to fly ball, that's how you parse through fly ball stats. Can't just say fly balls are all bad. He's one of these pitchers, too. I'm telling you, man. I didn't do it this week. I ended up writing about MLB futures, if you want, that just dropped in the Athletic. It's beyond a paywall, but whatever. They're cheap. I got to get into this barrel stuff because we're seeing more and more. For example, Jesus Luzardo, 11.5% barrel, 0.3 homer per 9. So, I almost feel like I got to dump beer. I might have something off of my expected Wobacon today. I'm going to close that, but still. Oh, yeah, my homer, my homer 9 stats are off today. Well, I guess that happens every once in a while in the big city. So I'm going to ignore the homer 9. Sorry, everybody. That was my mistake. Yikes, I'm just seeing right now. Sorry, Jay Bird, my bad. I'm noticing right now that I drew wrong. So, all right, I know where that came from. We can avoid it. Other side, Brian Bayo, he's been excellent as well. And he's had ups and downs. So the 3.3 ERA, 1.3 whip, all good. Sorry, I'm like scanning to make sure the rest of it is on point. It is. 22K to only 7 walk. The 11 swinging strike we love. He's got the whiff rate. He's there. He does get ahead. And he's winning in the zone. Bayo's been really good as of late as well. And he's a ground ball machine. It's just funny. I heard something interesting. Eno was talking about on rates and barrels. It was a study that maybe Zimmerman did. Someone at Fangraphs, let's say. I want to make sure they don't, miscite or whatever the word is, not cite properly. That we know high ground balls are good, right? Ground ball is good. We also know they're susceptible to, BABIP at times, and that could lead to runs. But this was saying that once you hit a certain level, like we tend to think of 40, but once you hit those really upper echelons, 45, 50, 55, and the like, that it really reduces everything across the board, all the predictive stuff and all the earn run stuff really tends to drop. And I think that's been part of the Bayo success. Brian, hashtag we had bullpens. Matt, hashtag Bayo is my spirit animal. Yeah, Bayo's he's been awesome as of late. It's just been quality start after quality start after quality start. 2 of the last 3 are actually money starts. Meaning that's something I developed much better than quality start, which is kind of whack. Money start, 7 innings minimum, 2 earned runs maximum. Nice and easy to remember, and that's impactful, right? You see the 7 on the board, 2 or less. That's what you want. That's what moves the needle. That's what gets you to the aces in your bullpen. That's what gets you to W. That's what gets you everything. So we're getting that from Bayo. You're getting distance. You're getting everything. Yeah, Matt quoting it right there. 2.45 ERA, 57% ground ball rate. since late April. And we know he's young, and that growth's going to be there. I know we got people on Boston in the chat, which I totally get. Like I said, I'm on the under, so there's a lot of ways that we can all get this together. Think of all the combinations, right? The 2-0, the 2-1, the 3-1, the 3-0, the 3-2. I mean, not 3-2, hopefully. Although, that's going to be tough. Offense is both okay. There is some red on the conditional sheet for Miami. Sorry, I'm really vexed about the data. I normally double check, and it slipped past me. 300 batting average is the team for Miami last 500 PAs, but talk about not really doing much with it. Run scoring in the middle, bottom 3 in homers. That might be dead last in pull rate, 31% fly ball, 5% barrel. Give you an idea, just not doing any damage whatsoever. I'm not doing any damage whatsoever. 320 and 319 ex-WOBA and WOBA split. I've been incorporating the regular WOBA too. You got to do that. Boston's been okay. Again, just not, Yoshida kind of went down and they kind of taking a step back. Everything kind of middling, but nothing really impressive at all. Another one, 6% barrel, 101 WRC plus. Probably sums it up right next to Miami, right down there with only 10 homers, last 500 plate appearances. Right, a team that's not hitting for power starts losing pieces. And all of a sudden you can see where Boston can kind of go wrong. Verdugo back, Turner's been good. Like I said, Yoshida down, Devers a beast. But then after that, it's been spotty, right? Duvall's, I like Duvall, but he's just coming back. I think he might need some time. Casas has been up and down. Durant, same thing, more hot and cold. He's more cold than hot right now. So I think we're good with the under. Both of the bullpens are decent. So if you were full game under, I totally get that as well. Jeff says, just don't strike out Arias. What he's talking about again, we have a couple of professional handicappers in this chat here. And again, I'm very malleable and I like to see what's working, and I'm very, open. Matt's been kind of known for this, really, really leading the charge in this stuff, deserving the praise because he's printed cash on these to kind of pick out a few of these. There's no such thing as a slam dunk, but a few of these kind of juiced up plays that are, they hit at these incredible rates. I'm surprised the book must just feel obligated to post them. I wouldn't post them. I don't know. They're already shady. But anyway, I shouldn't be giving them any ideas. Rice will go like a month and a half without striking out. It was Kirby for some reason hadn't, walked more than 2 batters ever. It's just ridiculous. 30 something starts in a row or 2 out of 35. You just go back to the well every single time. Anyway. So we appreciate you in the crowd. We are listening to you. And hey, sometimes you do get shouted at and repeated back here. Let's know all about me. I've always just been about kind of elevating everybody because, again, it's the immersive experience, a community build. Because I think that helps me further my own understanding. All right, let's move it up. That was a little key, but what can you do? Next up, it's the Giants and Ross Stripling up against the Bassingham. Woo! Has there been a pitcher more, like quite literally up and down? And Bassett, let's look at Stripling first. This has been a real shock for me because I always thought of Stripling as Matt. We're going to get to that in a second. Yeah, there's a reason why. What do you think the answer is? I always thought of Stripling as being kind of impactful on a per inning basis, right? We used to get mad; they wouldn't let him go 6. We used to get mad; the Dodgers wouldn't let him go around and around and around. He wouldn't get the full load. San Francisco gave him a shot. It's been a disaster so far. 6.88 ERA, 1.56 whip through, 35 in a third. Expected ERA up near 7. The walks have been down, but 50% first strike rate just not going to do it. It's just unbelievably low. It's hard to believe low. Lefties have absolutely destroyed him. 327 BA, 295 against righties. That's a 295 min lefty righty BA split. Absolute disaster. Well, my split home run numbers are good. Righties 3 home and 9 against him. Jay, what is going on with the Bluebirds? I don't know. Every time I seem to bet on Toronto, they refuse to score. I get off them. They scored yesterday. I didn't end up betting it because the starting pitchers got wonky. Just ridiculous, man. These things happen, part of it. Again, Bassett's so up and down. It's like legit, again, money start. There was 1 point, 2 in a row, 7 2/3, gave up 0, went 8, gave up 2. The next one he went 3, gave up 8, then 5 and 4. which will we see before that it was actually 7-6. So it's like before that 7-0, 9-0, 7-0, right? Truly like this. So I don't know what we're gonna get from Bassett. It's been interesting to watch, to say the least, right? Because again, like if he comes out and he's sharp, the dude is going like 8 innings. Looking at the splits, I mean, if there's one, if you buy it, you're gonna get the good hound today. Loving the doghouse in Toronto, 148 B8 allowed, 490 OPS on a 272 OPS at home. He's gotten roughed up away, 921 OPS, nearly 6 ERA, 2.5 homer 9. It's a 0.6 homer 9 at the Rogers Center. Maybe Toronto today. I don't know. I am definitely afraid of backing the Blue Jays. Blue Jays feel like a bucket play, Jay. I can't. And Troy, just can't trust them to cover. But also remember, whenever you think of San Fran, you should keep an eye on the bullpen. One of the better bullpens across the league. I mean, gosh, no losses last 2 weeks. 3.2 ERA last 66 innings. It's a pretty good sample. 5% barrel, half a homer 9, 6% walk. Right, all the things that kind of matter. So again, you want to be careful. Blue Jays bullpen has struggled as well. So this one might actually be an F5 cover. And now I'm going to get into what my boy Matt was saying, the Jersey boss, Mr. Dub. Jay, do me a favor. You have F5s even? They're up in some places. I mean, and I don't want to make excuses all about playing like playing like a champion. But man, I kind of made my bones betting F5. Open up DraftKings today. It's just gone. The tab ain't there. It's not even there. And again, if you want to follow this stuff, I made it easy to follow. You go on Twitter at John Laghezza. You can put in the search bar F5 together, betting wars. Right, very unique search term. I'm the only thing that'll come up. Put latest, search by term. You'll see I've kind of tracked this stuff. And yes, they've dragged their feet in posting. Yes, we've seen them remove the money line. We saw them remove the run line. We saw them, which they've now done. They've removed the ability to pair them, which is also something that I would do. Right, I have a strong cap on the algo, not want to pay the juice and pair money line with the total. That's been removed. Now today it was just gone. So it's just insane. You have to kind of pivot with this stuff. So it is up right now. Again, the Toronto cover is probably something you could get at. I don't know. Do we want? Man, I just don't trust him, Jay. I'm sorry. Let Toronto hit. I'm being a baby. I'm being stubborn. The Toronto numbers are just not really there. They're striking out way too much. 26% K rate as a team. Last 500 plate appearances with a 6% walk rate. Only 10 home runs last 500. Only 4 steals. 45% ground ball. They're not really doing anything that well. 7% barrel for the Blue Jays. Like, where is this team that we all want? I'm not trying to knock them. I like the Blue Jays. I back the Blue Jays. I keep losing bets when Gausman has 15 Ks and 1 earned. Gets a little frustrating. So I think I like Toronto to pair, but let's move it up. Sure, they got to follow the F5. Last thing, the F5, sorry. This is not to piss off my no-run people. Yes, run first inning people. But there's a reason why the books promote those, and there's a reason why they remove F5s. Okay, we could leave it at that. Like, if you don't get that, you don't get it. Next up, the beer makers from Cheesetown and Adrian Hauser. My gosh, this guy, I swear. Some of these guys, I see the book because I see my conditional formatting, like, oh, I see the blue. Let's get him. It's a 4 ERA, but we ain't buying it. 1.5 whip. Sierra up near 5. K-minus walk. ERA up over 5.25. Only 14% walk rate. Not any good. 6% swing to strike. Not any good. 22 CSW. 16% whiff. That's as low as it goes. 90% zone contact. Wowza. He does keep the ball down. We know he throws the cannonball. 4% barrel, 2% blast. However, teams are hitting him and getting away with the average because he just doesn't put anybody away. So I know I posted for myself. I posted a Mets full game cover on this one. Scherzer's been excellent as of late. Season-long stats starting to agree. 3.95 ERA. I'm not buying that. 117 whip. Now we're talking. 3.45 expected ERA. Sierra at 3.7. PFIP agrees. 26% K to only 5.5 walk. We'd love the K minus BB up or above 20. 14 swing and strike. 33% ball rate. It's actually a smidge below that. That number is the benchmark. 29 whiff. 73 first strike. 36 O swing. Doesn't matter. He's 85 years old. The old man's a bully. One eye colored or not. 83 zone contact, winning in the zone. Love old blue eye, chairman of the board. Max Scherzer really getting it going. And that's what we want to go after. Right? I know people are right now LOLing the Mets. I'm so sick of it. I really am. Scherzer last two, he went 6, gave him 2, struck out 8. He went 8, gave up 1, struck out 8. Scherzer getting it going right now. Okay, the old man starting to get warmed up. You know what? You want to be corny? We can be corny, Jay. Instead of looking for the cover, that way I don't smoke my subs 2 times, right? Let's pair Toronto and the Mets. Little 1, 2, 3, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Milwaukee offense downright terrible. 205 batting average. 631 OPS, 27% K rate. Scherzer's K prop's got to be through the roof. Do me a favor, bring up Hauser's K prop. It's probably like 3.5, right? 3.5 juice to the under. I'd like to go under this one. Mets top 5 swing and strike, top 8. Let's call it chase rate. Top 5 zone contact. Mets starting to wake up as far as discipline goes. They're hitting the ball hard as well. 42% hard hit, but 37 on Fangraphs as well. Remember, BIS, Baseball Information Solutions, versus hard hit rate via Savant. That's a raw metric. It's not the same. Mets starting to get it going. Sorry, I'm squinting. The Hauser. Wait, yeah. 2.5. No. Well, I'm so confused right now. I'm sorry. I see 2.5 and 5.5. My eyes almost crossed. I never saw that before. The Matt says they need Scherzer to build his trade value. You know, Matt, I just did that whole futures thing. There's such a glob for the wild card. So many teams get in. It's definitely possible to get in with all the talent. And then once I get in, it's definitely possible they have the firepower to do it. And again, I'm not a Mets fan, so I'm just put it out there. I could not believe some of the teams are so realistically in it that if you were a front office and selling, it would kind of be malpractice. Like it's wrong to the fans because everybody is still in this thing. Okay, let's go. Next up, it's JP France. Minus 125 favorite in the Houston Astros on the road against the old man long in the tooth, Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals. Matt is somewhere smiling right now. We stepped on the rake, went after Javier, even though he had not been great. Not terrible, but not great. He had that quality start. 2 starts ago, sandwich between the 4s. He got smushed up again. Astros scored 3 in the first. I was like, F5, 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 and we lost. I think that makes 10 this year. 3-run leads are blown in F5 games. That is not good for half a year. That is not good. Of course, to tell you those are all overs, right? Every single one of those. So maybe that was my mistake. You know, when you're trying to be sneaky and bet near money F5s with the pitching edge in an offensive environment like this, to have just leaned on the over, look for runs scored. So it's France, 3.5 ERA, kind of masquerading, right? What's going on underneath? 1.25 whip, not terrible. K minus walk ERA up near 5, Sierra 4.7, PFIP above 5. 10% K minus BB, 10% swing and strike, 40% ball rate. That's when you're really getting towards wild. So it's not really reflected in the ball rate, but that is something that you have to keep an eye on. So generally what that would mean, right, if you have an incredibly high ball rate without the walk rate, it means you're falling behind, and then with 3 balls, you just kind of center cut this thing. And that might be part of the reason why we've seen, he had a 6-walk outing. Not a single outing without a single walk. But he has gone at least 6 innings in each of the last 5. This is France. But I haven't really been buying the underpinning stuff. He's kept the ball down, which has kind of saved him. 260 BABIP kind of helping him out again. Righty's batting 263, 825 OPS, 2.5 homer 9. We've seen the Cardinals offense start to wake up. I think that's where I really wanted to get at. Not so much as me taking the loss. That happens all the time. The Cardinals are starting to you could feel it a little bit. They're really starting to mash. We're really starting to see the team we thought we might get. Arenado out with a back. They're not making it to a huge deal. St. Louis Cardinals, last 500 PAs, 16 home runs, 265 team BA, starting to get there, right? 86 in zone contact, 24% line drive. That's number 2 in the league. 45% hard hit rate, just behind, I think, Atlanta. And who did we mention before? Sorry. Oh, the Mets. Looking really good. So they're hitting the ball hard. That's what you want to get away from these guys. We know there's a lot of quality hitters. We also know the Cardinals have a lot of platoon pieces that are really good and can kind of get you from either side. Grant Smith, thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Says you're the GOAT. Fire Sports says Ludwig Adberg, which goes to show you there are things going on in the comments. I have no idea. Could be a German prime minister. Could be a 1914 Olympic gold medalist. I don't know. Love it here. Rate, review, and subscribe if you agree. Video people, you've been spoiled. Our awesome producer, Mr. Coop, on the ones and twos, been flashing around that wonderful app, helping you. Thanks, Jeff. I'm just kidding, man. Helping you guys shop, right? My mama said you got to shop around. We're using the BetStamp app. Make sure you check it out. Jay, tell them all about it, my kid.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Guys, the easiest way to improve as a sports bettor is to use multiple sportsbooks and to always get the best odds. So we recommend using a odds comparison tool like BetStamp. BetStamp simply just compares odds across every sportsbooks for games, F5s, futures, player props, and so much more. As you guys saw earlier, guys, save time and save money by checking BetStamp before you bet. Download the app today. And if you are looking to sign up for a new sportsbook account, guys, it's always good to have multiple sportsbooks open. But if you're going to do this, you might as well just use our link we have up on the screen here, betstamp.app/call to the pen. If you use this link to sign up to sportsbooks, it simply just helps us support the show. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, what's going on? Sorry if that didn't go where we wanted to. Again, this is like a multi-sport. It's like a multi-sport thing. Love it. Like live TV, man. The show must always go on. That's what it's all about. Again, like I mentioned, right? You control the things that you can, and you do the best with it. I'm telling you, man, surround yourself with positive people, positive attitude, the rest kind of happens. Falls into place, I'll tell you. Being surrounded by negativity, never, ever, 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 ever the answer. Let's get back into the games. We're back. Thank you, Jay. Doing some advertising, get involved with the crew a little bit. We got to get Jay involved, right? He is absolutely part of the fam, just like you are. Thank you all for jumping on into the comment section, the most plus EV section in the game today. Next up, it's the Fighting Phils and Taijuan Walker, -120 favorites on the road against the Cubbies and Kyle Hendricks. This one I know for a fact just happened to pop on like the ballpark guru stuff that goes nuts on Twitter. You can't help but see that. I always keep an eye on it. Those guys are doing good work with weather and context. I don't like to overreact. I usually check Wrigley for wind. But I didn't see the wind. Matt and I know checks are single digit in Wrigley, which is generally not something I would go after, but it might be more than that. Again, I don't claim to be better at content, atmosphere stuff to those guys. I just like to be transparent. That I saw it, and I know the line reacted to it. The line moved the game total from 9.5 to 10. Whenever I see game totals move up in Wrigley, I automatically assume weather, But then I checked the weather myself, and it didn't seem that crazy. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's a weather thing. Maybe it's the other stuff that goes into that calculus. Sorry, I'm rambling through getting up Kevin Roth's work. Game time hours look pretty here. There's a chance of some storms in the evening, late evening. Thinking it would be post game. This sounds like it sounds like much ado about nothing. Maddie, that's what you were saying beforehand. But that's what it sounds like to me as far as weather goes. So again, I don't understand it. I'm just being as clear as I can. Oh man, Kyle Hendricks regression candidate number 1. 2.6 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 5.49 OPS. No. That cannot be right. We can't be buying that. I have to go now. I'm like, got me checking my own stuff, and it's correct. The data missed before. I had me second guessing. I really get upset about that stuff. So 2.6 ERA, one flat whip for Hendricks. We're not buying it. K- walk ERA and Sierra both above 5.3. 13% K is way too low. The 6% walk is pretty good, but 6.5 K- BB, 7% swing and strike, 17% whiff. These are just way too low to be a pro pitcher. And get away with it this right. I mean, he's induced chases somehow. I don't know what's going on. He's inducing chases, but also carrying a 90% zone contact rate. I'm just not buying it. 43% fly ball from Hendricks, but only 6% in for fly. So he's getting, he's putting the ball in the air. I don't know. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think he's going to get his today. Philadelphia offense, we've been waiting for them to wake up. The disciplinary stuff has been rough all season. 25% K, only 8 walk, 35 chase. Those are all bottom 8. OPS as a team, last 500 plate appearances, sub 700, not any good. All the stuff below average, They don't steal, they're not scoring runs, they're not hitting home runs. Castellanos been swinging a good bat, but it's been really rough, really rough. They're putting the ball in the air, but the hard hit rates are so low. They're actually dead last in hard hit rate via BIS, Baseball Information Solutions. 27.5% hard hit rate. That's an 86 WRC plus for the Phillies, man. What a rough go lately. I know people are expecting them to. Matt says he looks legit-ish. Right, that's Kyle Hendricks in a nutshell. Right, in a nutshell. And listen, he did it for so long. But then we saw it kind of spin off the rails. And maybe I'm buying that, Matt, right? Maybe I'm kind of buying into that last down wave where you just haven't returned, right? Where trust me, no one thinks we're saying he's Cy Young at all. I think he's obviously overperformed some of the surface stuff we've seen. But if you think he's better than that, listen, this would be the team to do it. I'm just from a statistic standpoint. I tend to always like the Phils more than the spreadsheet does because I know the talent level when we know they rip it off. But if Hendricks, right, is not going to be walking people, but also inducing chases, that's a pretty rough match for these Phils last 500 PA. That's just what it is. So I'm a bit reticent. I didn't touch this one. I just like to be as clear as I can, do as good of a job as I can with the analysis. Cubs offense trying to wake up, but they're a ground ball machine also. 47% ground ball rate as a team. Just, so bad. Bottom 3 in expected wOBA against righties. That number is sub 300. So just not really hitting it hard at all. Brian, one of the local capos. Yeah, stop being confused by anything in Pittsburgh because some of these orgs are just wild, man. It's just crazy out there. It's just crazy. But if you really wanted to know, right, what's the answer? I'm not saying I know the direct answer, but it generally has something stupid to do with money. Like a reason to do with money that we wouldn't understand is usually the answer, right? There's some kind of thing they get reimbursed, there's insurance, and there's this and that. And you realize, oh my gosh, like that. Okay, so they could operate this at a loss. Meanwhile, they inconvenience like thousands of people. Yeah, shocker. All right, last up. We don't have much on the board today, but that's okay. Jay and I are really kind of excited. We're coming closer to even on the year. Whatever. I don't. If you know the story, you know the story. But whatever. We're climbing closer to even. So I really been kind of be stringent and picky with these. You know what, Jay? Before we move on, back that truck up one more time to that Phillies game, and I want to look again to my boy Matty, who was helping me see the hitter side now of K-props. Again, I've always been a general market bettor, but because of the stuff that I've mentioned, right? I'm not like, I flip-flop systems. The books are not posting the stuff that I run a model for. It's difficult. So you look for other stuff. Those markets are getting tougher. Although, Matt, I want to mix. So what we're going to do is Matt brought up a really great spot, and it's finding hitters with plus money attached to them under a strikeout. And if you end up in a spot with a pitcher that doesn't really strike anybody out, like here we are, Kyle Hendricks, right? He's not striking anybody out at all. 17 whiff, sub 13K. Yeah, so we're looking for batters. Oh, we don't have. Oh, okay, that's not. Oh, you got to check it out. That's on DK. Definitely carries it. Okay, that's okay. They batter strike. Oh, okay. So it's listed, but it's not posted. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it'll come with time. But so that's something that Matt posted. I found another one too. Matt had Real Muto, just to be open. You got to follow him on Twitter. He's printing cash. Be really nice to him and bring you in the secret chat. I have Brandon Marsh posted. Okay, check this out. I just want to walk you through this because we have a minute, and I thought it was interesting. Again, just trying to be malleable. We're already doing the work, doing the math as always. So Brandon Marsh was posted at plus 180 to not strike out. We all know disciplinary stuff is the fastest stabilize. The waves are pretty distinct generally, right? You'll see hitters that strike out a lot, even go through waves where it's a lot and it's less, and you know what happens. The hitters that don't strike out at all, you'll see them do it a little bits and then stop, and they won't strike out for a while. Again, waves. Brandon Marsh, kind of a streaky guy. So I noticed this. He's got one strikeout in his last 18 plate appearances. We've got I lost the last one. But even still, 1K in his last 18 PAs is going for plus 180 in that game against Hendricks, who again might, go 7 and be really boring. In which case, then we're only maybe looking to avoid 1AB most of not striking out in the bullpen. And a plus 180, I really dig that. Again, Matt had JTR. I had Marsh. I was going to look to actually split them because they're both plus odds. You could play the same risk, and if we hit one, it's a profitable venture. That was how I was looking at it. So let's do the last one really quick. Again, it's pitching analysis and not necessary. Emmett Sheehan, 18. Autumn leaves. And the Trolley Dodgers on the road in Colorado against Chase Anderson. Chase is on the case. Plus 175 dogs. Okay, we took the worst loss ever yesterday on this. If you followed that along, man, I never apologize for results. I mentioned it. We try to do the work the best we can. We always play responsibly, and it is what it is. We jumped on Colorado plus 1.5 F5, plus 1.5 F5, not even F9, F5, plus 1.5. The Rockies go up 4-0, of course. The Dodgers score 6 in the 5th to blow the bet, and then the Rockies score 5 in the next inning. And I wanted to absolutely just retch in my chair and vomit. That is just the worst. Sometimes that's the sting of F5, but also conversations I've had with handicappers are like, that's when you're looking for offense, you want the 6th inning, right? Because that's that third time around. A lot of time the cleanup it is right there. Just what it is. Nash 2, what's going on? Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it. John, I almost threw my remote at the TV losing at F5 with the Rockies, and then they came back to win. Dude, I had the Astros. They were up 3, lost the F5 on the game. With the Rockies, they lost the up 4, lost the F5 on the game. Dude, that's what I am right now. This is what it is. I'm just trying to keep it together, man. There's nothing you can do. You don't want to be flip-flopping. You don't want to be crying in your pillow. Just what it is. Trust me, it's killing me too. Those are all good caps. And I don't want to start leaning on full game wins. Hashtag we hate bullpens. So, all right, Sheehan, top prospect for the Dodgers. I mean, listen, it's only been 12 innings. Everything's really split, right? 1.5 ERA, 0.58 whip, but xFIP and Sierra near 6, expected ERA below 3. So talk about a split bag. There's not been there at all. The ball rate is too high. 94% zone contact. Not what we expected. 68 fly ball, 13% barrel. So it's been, the underpinning stuff has not been great for Sheehan. That's not going to fly in Colorado. The thing is, I don't necessarily want to assign that to Sheehan, who's a top prospect so young in his career. So I'm really fading this one. You know how I am with Colorado. For me, it's over or nothing at all. I sometimes I just like to go the opposite way. There was a ton of scoring the other day. You go under the F5 today. It's so silly. Okay, Coors is just a bandbox. I'm not interested, Jay. Is that F5 really 7.5? Oh, you got to pay minus 165. Hachi Machi, that's ridiculous. You know what my problem with that is? By the time you get to that, the pitcher's already rocked. Who knows what happened in that game? So leave that one alone. Minimal bets today. It's fine, no doubt. Cub Scout. Let me back up on my own. Right, I had a couple of those. You know what I want to get to? I know I printed, and I think Matt was on it as well. the Luzardo under walk prop if we have time, because I want to get one more plus play, Jay. Remember, we're trying to get in the green. So back up to the Marlins. If you want the full ticket, you can hop to the end of the video at any time of day. Remember, this is sitting there on YouTube. If you head over there, hit the bell, hit the thumb, hit the something, just, I don't know, smash, just do something. Do something. I used to get told in my old job, dude, even if it's wrong, do something. What? Do something even if it's wrong. Jay, I totally forgot about the parlay. Let's tack on 3 minutes on the show and do it really quick, because there are a bunch of games. So we're going to ignore one game already started, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, we are going to do it. If you don't mind going an extra 2 minutes, my friends. So everyone, hang on for 2 more minutes. Oh, Pride Rose answer about the F5s. I don't know, man. We hate bullpens. How much do we hate them? That's like, you have to half hate bullpens. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. I'm always up for discussion. That's number one. Okay, let's jump on the algo. Let's look at the afternoon games. I know, first and foremost, I like Reese Olson. I like these Tigers today. I keep telling people not to go up against the Rangers. For some reason, I'm not even seeing them on this board. I feel like a moron right now. Ouch. This always happens to me. Sorry, Jay. I'm in live. I've been bumbling. Now I'm having trouble getting my board loaded also. I had the Tigers. I was going to say plus money on the run line because I liked Reese Olson. Wow, it's really really juiced up, huh? Oh my goodness. All right, let's go for it. I want to go with my gut. Sorry about the squinting and the jiving and jamming, everybody. Okay, I think we're back online. So yeah, we're gonna go Reese's Pieces plus 1.5. I like that one. I think we got to go Guardians to win this one outright. I have not been a fan of Bieber, but I just cannot back Greinke, and the Royals' offense is like the worst. So Bieber has shown us flashes here and there. I mean, not that I expect him to be great. Cleveland's going to have to score. I just think we got him. Sorry, I'm like loading things. I've got spinning circles everywhere. Just absurd. Next up, it's my Yankees. Oh, that was wrong. I thought it was be Hogan Harris. I was kind of liking the F5 under. I think they're going Caprillion. In which case, man, you know what? Maybe we're going to go back for the Yankee. Going back for the Yankee cover. The win was what, 200? Ugh, I don't think I can do that, Jay. Matt's asking about, was that what it was, man? I thought it was one. Matt's at minus 145 and the plus 1.5. I guess I stumbled. I thought it was a 1. And that really is, that's really heavy. It is really heavy for the Tigers. I actually didn't really. So we did lock it in. We almost might as well play for the win at that point, Jay. That's like real truth right there. Matt, good call. I didn't even notice that. Again, sorry, I'm squinting. All my computer stuff is screwed up. I'm spiraling right now. Sorry, let's make it a money line thing. Again, I don't know what's going on. I might have had somebody knock me offline or something. I'm really struggling. Okay, cool. Let's wrap it up strong. So let's not be greedy with the Yankees, and let's go for the straight up Yankee win to beat Oakland. Right, that's something that Oakland does, is lose baseball games. And then, man, I don't know. I don't know. On the last one, I'm stuck. Do we believe in win? Believe in the Angels? This one I was thinking maybe Angels win on the White Sox, right? The White Sox had them yesterday. How about Angels win? Let's go with that. I like the money line parlays. I always feel like that. Yeah, great job, man. That's exactly what I said. I didn't realize that at all. That really took me by surprise. That whole pricing thing took me by surprise. I have a bad habit of sometimes doing the work and like imagining the price in my head. And I auto fade games sometimes, or want to like auto bet stuff without seeing the actual menu price. And you really got to do that. But Matt, I swear, that's not a great price. I'm not even crazy about the Detroit prices. So, all right. So the early parlays, we're going to just go straight up money line parlays. That's what I like to do. I'm telling you, totals really kind of upset me, right? You get to the end, you got to miss a bases loaded. So it's Angels, it's Guardians, it's Tigers, and New York Yankees. Oh my goodness, gosh, that totally spun off the rails. I really got to apologize for some of the sloppiness of that one. We're here every single day, man. Haven't missed a single day, and don't plan on doing it. We'll be back tomorrow with Thunder Dan for the full hour episode. Remember, everybody, seriously, your homework. Again, your homework, your first assignment is to make sure you're following that and I on Twitter. your next number is to keep it on the daily K prop. Okay, that's what we want everybody looking at. We've had winners come from the crowd. Okay, everyone's throwing it in. Jay's had his hand on a couple. Jay, dude, we got our eye on you, man. I want your pitch as well. Everybody, Fire Sports, Tyler C. Make sure you hit us tomorrow with the daily K prop. We're going to push this thing. I'm telling you, we are talking about. We are going to get one of these 150 to ones. We are right over the target, and that's why we're taking that flag. So for the big man with the big mouth, appreciate you all so much. Thanks for picking up what we're putting down here. Again, I'm really sorry about, man, I missed the home run. Dad, I missed some stuff today, and I really do appreciate, I'm sorry, man. I worked so hard to prep all the time, and I was making a deadline. Anyway, no excuses. Play like El Campeón. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay. Thanks for giving us the extra 5 minutes today from Mr. Coop and Big Johnny Stud. Remember, when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck. We'll catch you tomorrow at noon with the big show. Peace.